Good morning, folks. Boy, it looks like a classroom in here. Feel like I should be talking about potassium channels. But in any case, I am glad that so many of you were able to make time in your day to come together. I think it's really important that we celebrate as a group, and being narcissistic and selfish, I can celebrate you guys and your great success. Now, I want to put it in perspective because a number of people don't realize how high the stakes had become within the organization. And I'm going to offer it at a couple of levels. First of all, let's talk about just the simple logistics of accreditation. As you know, accreditation absolutely defines you as a university community. It is an arm's length, dispassionate group that comes and looks at this community and says, do you meet the minimum criteria to call yourself a university, a scholarly community? As you know, we had several years there where this group had come in and they said, for lots of reasons, most of which are not your own, because most of this organization is good, decent, hard-working people who know the right things to do. We don't think you have yet met that standard. We've got hope that you're going to do it, hence we're going to put you on probation. Well, you can only be on probation so long. We had come to the point where we were disallowed another chance at probation. So if we had not been successful, we would not be able to use the term university. Think about that. So what very much defines us, what all of us signed up for, what all of us wake up for in the morning, typically with a smile on our face, walk home, sometimes with a frown on our face, but then come back again with a smile on our face, was being challenged. And I've had a bunch of people in this context say, wow, congratulations. You did a great job. How did you do that? How did you negotiate it, as one person put it to me? And I'll tell you, I emotionally bristled. I said, there's no negotiation involved here. It wasn't hard. It was real easy. We've had a spotlight on us for several years, as no other university in the United States has ever had occurred. And I mean that literally. No one having that kind of scrutiny. So we took advantage of it. We took that spotlight and we shifted it about half a degree. And we took the spotlight off of that 0.01% of the population that's just weird and boneheaded and didn't have parents or grandparents to teach them the right things. Yeah. I think all of us had grandparents. All of that being said, and just shifted it a modest amount and let people know the wonderful things and, most importantly, the great people that define this organization. So it was really very, very easy in that respect. So don't look out the window, look in the mirror and look at yourselves and congratulate yourselves. And I knew things were going well when the site visitors, think about that term, a site visitor, call us and they say, we're about to leave. Well, when they leave 2 hours early, it's either really bad or really good. And when we walked into a room and saw a bunch of smiling faces and people offering accolades and saying, we knew you had it, and we're looking forward to an exciting future. And by the way, do you know what a wonderful opportunity, now speaking to me, that you've been given? I said, good sign. And I also told them, yeah, I know. I got the best job in the world. I do wake up every morning with a smile on my face and excitement. So I wanted to congratulate you guys. You are a university community. Man, it's pretty exciting. And so now that we are functioning as a university, now that we are functioning, defining our own destiny, it's great and very exciting days ahead. Thank you all. Thank you to your families for putting up with a lot of stuff. Really proud of you guys. A lot of people are awfully, awfully proud of you. So celebrate. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Owen. I just wanted to make a couple of comments, and then we'll hear from Dean Johnson here, and then the deans on the other campuses will make a few remarks, and then we'll get to the cookies, because I realize standing between you and food is often not a good position for us to be in. One group I wanted to particularly call out as somebody who was involved in the day-to-days of our Middle States accreditation is actually the deans. And I think it's very important that you all hear that one of the most important pieces of the feedback we got from our site reviewers was their comments on the enthusiasm of our deans and just the tremendous pride that they heard from our deans in the faculty, staff, and students with whom they work in all of our schools. They actually made a point of telling us that the level of enthusiasm and the degree of teamwork that they experienced from our deans was something that one of our site reviewers who'd actually been reviewing us for many years had never experienced before. And it was quite heartening for us to hear that. But I think as well it's very important for you to know as well how the people who are leading your schools really feel about you and all of the hard work you do. And I think, again, that's a reaffirmation of the work that all of you do every day to sort of keep us going and to keep us being who we are. So I want to express my thanks to you as well, because your efforts translate into the enthusiasm that your deans express, and that translates into us getting our accreditation, and that's a very good thing. From a logistical standpoint, we're not up for reaccreditation again until 2012, and so I'm very pleased about that. We will do a progress report, in October of 2009. For those of us who have to engage in some of this writing, it will be a nice break, and I feel very confident that the progress report will continue to express and go even beyond the progress that we have made to date. And so now I will turn it over for a few brief remarks from Dr. Bob Johnson, Dean of New Jersey Medical School.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rogers. I never make brief remarks, but since I have laryngitis, I guess they'll have to be very brief. First, on behalf of the faculties of New Jersey Medical School and indeed the other schools, I want to say you're welcome. We really did work hard, and we have achieved something that's quite remarkable. But I think in a sense we all knew it. You know, every time you go through something really difficult in life, there is always something positive that comes out of it. And the last 3 years have been very difficult in the life of UMDNJ. I've been at this university for close to 35 years, and it was just these last 3 years that I began to really get the sense of university. It was not just University Hospital and New Jersey Medical School, but it was the entire university that spread throughout the whole state of New Jersey. And one of the reasons for that is a good thing that happened. In the bad old days, when we wake up every morning and look in the Star Ledger and see what was going to happen, central administration realized it was probably a good idea to get the deans together to get some warning about it. So the deans began to meet together every week. That Tuesday morning meeting became one of the most important things for all of us, all of the deans, because we began to know each other, meeting 52 times a year for 2 or 3 hours at a time, getting to know each other, sharing with each other what we were going through. It really became almost a group therapy session. But what the site visitors saw when they came in was just one of our meetings, how we knew each other so well. We knew each other's issues, we knew how we responded to each other, we knew how we approached problems on the campuses of the school, and we then drew from that to lessons that we could learn across the university. So that has very much made us a much stronger entity. And so out of bad things, good things emerge, and this is now a much stronger UMDNJ, and I continue to be exceedingly proud to be part of it.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hear the remarks made by the deans on our other campuses. There are gatherings on the other campuses just like this, so for those of you on the other campuses listening to me, this is the time now for you guys to turn us off and you can make your remarks, as I will now have this group be able to go across the hall and get some light refreshment. Thank you very much again for coming.